even
Yeah.
talking about the taste or the style of it. You know what I mean? I'm talking
Right.
about
The
them
smell.
pack. Man, it used to be
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who do you credit? Well, who do you credit, for giving you some foundation on how you moved, in the shy? Because we know things got different, like you said, in the 90s and late 80s, and even when things were like what he described, it was always still Chicago and you was always in the hundreds. Let me
Mm-hmm.
explain what I'm talking about and why I know it's different.
Right.
My mom decided to take me to a YMCA on 111th, right? I was a kid. You know what I mean? She's just going to take me there and drop me off as she's doing other stuff. It was a day camp she signed me up for. Not in my
Right.
neighborhood. I don't know any of these kids, right? I get in there, they was about it. Yeah, you
Right.
understand from me? Right. They was about it. And they're like, who are
Right.
you? Where you
Who
from?
is you? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, my mom's dropped me off every day. So what I'm saying is, and so I would have to get into it sometimes, but eventually I worked through it. So that's Chicago. It's a hardworking, fighting city. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And we can't deny that. So who do you credit for giving you that foundation on how to move and how you got to where you was when we met you?
Well, if it had to be that, I kind of just learned from being inside the gardens. Like I said, it was a maze. So we we interacted with everybody and we knew who not to interact with and what blocks not to go interact with. You know what I'm saying? I knew I had to learn that early as a kid, you know what I mean? But if by the time y'all met me, this one I was already with Big Bro Merge. So I was living in Iowa and then I came back with him and that's when I met y'all. So I credit a lot of what I am today to Merge, definitely, like 100%, because he had just taught me how to move in a room full of vultures. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Just
sir.
me watching him and him, like he literally would talk to me. He wasn't just like watch me and do this. He would tell me like, yo, this, that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
it's definitely merged. I would have to give it to him. But other than that, when I was at home, it was just in the environment, knowing you automatically know what's danger and what's not.
And gee, I'll give a big ups to Emerge too, man,
Mm.
because there's a lot of cats who have information and they just sit on it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They'll watch the younger people just walk off a
And that's
plank.
that's the problem with the black community. They'll sit on it. They scared to share the information.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And to watch somebody walk right into the street and get run over by a truck, and all they had to do is say, "It's a truck coming."
coming. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. So I definitely credit that to him, man. He told me he the reason why I was rhyming. I wasn't rhyming. You know what I mean? I wasn't rhyming. I was a wild little kid, man, just stealing tapes. But I knew he rhymed, so I bring him the tapes. Like, yo, you might like this. You know what I mean? He just looked at me one day and was like, man, you should rap. I was like, for real? That
Well,
word for
gee, that's
word.
what I was just about to ask you. What? How did
Wow.
you? Yeah, what got you into it? So Merge. So Merge introduced you to the rap game.
Yeah, definitely. He gave me a book of rhymes that was his. I don't know
Wow.
what he saw. I don't know what he saw in me, dog. I was a little scrawny little dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was like, because I used to go to the mall, then I'll boost like 3, 4 tapes a day. Like
Yeah.
my record collection, my tape collection was insane. I was like the hip hop historian, you know what I'm saying? That hopped out the Millennium Falcon and sped off in the DeLorean, you know what I'm talking about? So I just loved the music automatically. So I would go
uh-huh.
steal these tapes. I steal them.
Uh-huh.
Come straight to him like, yo, I just got this. I got this the new, you might want to listen to him. He looked dead at me one day and just was like, you should rap. I was like, I literally did like this. Like, he gave me a notebook. It was like a notebook and a manila folder. I would still have it, but my mother done threw it all away. And it was just full of rhymes. Then he wrote down the ABCs in graffiti and tag. And he said, copy this and read these. It was on
Man,
from there, It was
that's
on
boy,
from there.
that's knowledge. Y'all hear that, boy?
Yeah,
You young,
that's
hip hoppers,
woo.
man.
Yeah.
He
We
gave
had
you.
to know how to tag. We had to know how to freestyle off the top of the dome. Not. They think a freestyle is something they never heard on the beat before,
Right.
Yeah, that's
but
what
it's
they think.
written.
No.
It's
No,
off the top. You had to come off the top of the
man,
dome.
That's
You
how
had
man,
to
we get
battle
down.
people. You had to
man,
write in tag in graffiti. You know what I mean? So
man.
we was going crazy at the time, and he just once he did that, he created a monster. I was a fiend, just a straight up microphone fiend, straight up.
Hey. So I'm gonna go through the chat because we got some people in here acknowledging you. And before I do that, for those who don't know, we're with MC Trife Mack, the MC, I would say. You know, and he's at IG. You can check him out at Trife Mack or at Skybox_92bricks, and he has his own fashion line, which is dope. So that's where who we're speaking with. And there's a comment in the chat by Miliak. He said, from the gardens to South Dakota, that brother got a skill set. And Miliak, that's exactly why he's here, because you know it's intriguing. You know what I mean? And yeah, he even said something about soda earlier today. I was talking to him about pop, and he was like soda. So I mean, you know, so yeah.
I had to explain my two best partners out here. They some New York dudes. One of them from the Bronx and one of them from Brooklyn.
You don't have to explain, bro. Let me have my moment. No, I'm just playing. Yeah,
one of them text me talking about saying, so now I'm being conscious of it.
No, I'm messing with you, bro. All right, so we got check it out. So in the chat, Omar Walker, he says, my dude, Trife Mack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Emerge say we on. So he's in the building. What up, Emerge? ASEC say, what up, brother? Still in Miami. Hey, enjoy that Miami, bro.
Enjoy it.
I'm the Overseer says, big ups to Trife Mack. Much respect and much respect to the Brain Bully. Yes, sir. And we got an electronic hand clap for Miliak. Emerge says much respect. I think he was responding to something you said. I'm the Overseer said they needed plastic to see the weed and glass bottles when that dro hit. Dro. And then Emerge said love, and Ethan the Truth says Trife is the real deal.
Oh, Ethan from the low end. He out here with me in South Dakota, but he from the low end.
Okay. Oh, he from the low. Okay, yeah.
So give him a shout out. You know, he a real one.
Yeah, hey, big ups to Ethan and big ups to the low end, man. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, one thing about the low end, like, right? So if, you know, it took me a while to put it all together, because you know how cats out west would be like, I'm from out west, and over east, I'm from over east. You know, where you from? The low end. You know what I mean? Was that the south side of the west side? No, that's the low. I mean, technically it's the south side, but
it's the south side, right?
But it's the low, yeah.
Right. But that's like when we say we from the Hunnids, you know what I mean?
Correct. That's what I was about to say. Vincent, the Wild Hunters got
out west, out south, up north, and over east.
Over east. Yeah. And from the low.
I probably lived in all of them too. Except for the low. I ain't live on the low end. I lived out west though, in Oak Park. I lived out there for a while. I even lived in Bellwood. I lived in Bellwood for like a year when I was like in 3rd grade, some wild, crazy stuff like that.
Hey, I was a nomadic myself, bro, and it makes you flexible. You know, it's good to it and it's some bad to it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I could meet new people and then they can leave my life, and it's just like,
and that's kind of how I was. Yeah, because I lived in Palatine too. My 7th and 8th grade year, I lived in Palatine. That's how I started out, because I was a skateboarding when Merge met me. I was skateboarding, you know what I mean?
So was you dealing with racism out there in Palatine?
Nah, man. It was us and I guess they was Puerto Ricans and some Mexicans in there, because I lived in the projects out there, which is crazy, called Rand Grove. And it was black people, and I would say they was Mexicans and Puerto Ricans.
Nah,
we was cool. We was